Well, a little bit late. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I have been working a lot over the New Year, but let's do a quick recap of some of the things that happened in 2023 and some of the things that are going to happen. Actually, for a lot of years, I have been doing a calendar because I have realized that I can't remember it all. So, in some ways, I think it has been a quiet year, but then maybe not. I started off quite aggressively in January. I sold a Java project, and on the same day, almost within the same hour, I got a MZ trial delivered. I've made a video on that. It was actually a really cool bike, and driving and everything. I've made a video on that. And then I got contacted by what real, what do you say, um, ended up being a really weird guy. He told me a lot of lies, but in the end, I sold the bike on for exactly the same as I paid. So, and I guess maybe I shouldn't have bought it. So I accepted. That's why I already sold it again in March. But boom, 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 boring, boring, boring. This one, I think it's one of the coolest thing in my collection. Not a lot of you guys think on the videos, but okay. But in February, on the 16th, I bought the Sichet that has only done 28 kilometers. Let's go take a quick look. It is nesting right there between the 12 volt that I already had, and then it's tucked up there under a blanket. I don't think I have even cleaned the fender yet, but yeah, I have polished the rim. But come on, 28 kilometers from new. I couldn't resist that. But I have also done a startup video, but my plans is not to use that. That I just had to have that. Then early March, I bought the 309. Cool car. Um, haven't done a lot of work on it. Just uses it from time to time. I think I have done actually 5,000 kilometers in that since I bought it. So I have actually done more kilometers, miles in the last season that I have done in a lot of years, but I just don't really see them as classic miles because it's such a young timer. What you would say? Uh, we have already talked about that. April, not a lot happened. What I need to remember is that uh, spring last year was actually quite filled with work because I had the Passat that had to be refreshed its MOT, which was really important to me because it has the original plates. It's a Danish thing, and that happened in early months here. And also I had the Renault Gordini that had a fresh MOT, and all that took place in the early months here. I have made videos on that. Then I have just added something here. Karina, it says. And no, it's not a girl, it's a car. Let's take a quick look. I have actually not said a lot about that car. I think it's quite obvious. It gets used all year round. It's absolutely not perfect, but it just drives. Is it a classic? You tell me. This year it turns 30, has its original plates from new, original spoiler also from new. In my honest opinion, it's a extremely boring car, but it's a testimony to Toyota quality. Actually, I had one earlier, a lot of years ago, almost the same color, just with black bumpers. I've given the Carina a new radiator, was extremely cheap, and but that was only after we just threw the car and used it on our holiday to Germany. So it has been remarkable. Sorry about this. Boop. August, July, that was the holiday. Royal Enfield, it says. It is lurking here, right next to the Jets. It has been a long dream for me to own a Royal Enfield. So I bought it. It has given me quite a lot of hours of work, but I did get it started, and yeah, like it usually happens, I came to a halt. Now I know that it runs. I need to order some parts because I actually stole some from my MZ with the sidecar, uh, so I couldn't get that started. Stupid, but yeah, it needs some quite obvious parts to get it ready for MOT. But let's see what happens this year. I took the Trabant to a show, I think. That was important for me. But this was even more important because I also took the Trabant Kuppelwagen to this show, my favorite show of the year, where I go around the ring. I did break a little bit down on the way home, but I did drive. Yeah. October, I bought, hang on, this Danish diesel moped. I don't really know why. Needs a lot of parts. I think I'm gonna sell it on again. I actually think I would much rather prefer to have the very first one with the engine on the back. That way I would have the first, the second, and the third model they made. That would be cool, wouldn't it? So it is an interesting moped, but I don't know. Sometimes you just fall out of love before you even get started, and I think this is one of the cases. Sold a newer car, sold another newer car. Whoop! I bought the Velo 3300, and can you believe it? That was the last purchase of 2023. I'm a little bit proud of myself. It's right here. If you haven't seen the video, got it running in a few days without using any parts, only labor. And due to the winter weather, I haven't been driving it since. I will probably sell that one when the fall comes. Oh, sorry, spring comes, because yeah, I got another one over there. I got the flash that I should really get running, and I got my trusty old 3800 there, which is just the best. Yeah, I know it looks a bit unorganized, but sort of is. But what can I say? I just have too much for the space I have. But oh yeah, I did upgrade this with this engine brace or whatever you call it, engine protector. But yeah, my first ever classic moped. Bought it in that condition without the engine guard, of course. But it has so far never let me down. I have taken it to a couple of shows this year together with the black 65 I have. This is a 70 called the Blue Angel. I really should be working on the Flash. Have considered selling it, but sorry. But yeah, people say they drive fantastic, so I should just get going. But it's one of those things. I have really wanted it for a long time, just like the Royal Enfield. And then, yeah, other things get in the way. But just look at that 28 kilometers Cit. I just think it's great. And consider it an investment. It doesn't really cost me anything to just have it here. One of the things I really should be doing in 24 is finishing this. Here is another. It's a Yamaha SZR 660. Yeah, I call it a modern bike, even though it's from, what is it, almost 25, about 25 years. I can't actually remember the exact years. This is a Danish bike which I bought with a broken engine, and this is a German bike. Uh, so instead of paying the Danish tax on this, or registration tax, I decided to marry them up instead, because yeah, I think it was stupid to pay like 12,000 Danish crowns to get a license plate when I could buy this for 5.5. And then I would have some spares. I can't remember what year I started, but yeah, I should get going. We save that for another day. We have a lot of funny things here. Here we see the downside of taking things inside. The Fiat 850 Special. It is registered, but has been in here since, I think, September 22. And since there is no official, what you say, opening for this room except for motorbikes, you can't really get out again until I make a hole in the wall. And it has to come out this year because it has to have its MOT refreshed, and I need the car for something in the spring. So I have been collecting parts, but yeah, one of my most, what can I say, adored cars. I have been chasing this car forever, so that's why I took it inside to take care of it. So, but yeah, I need a little bit of space to work on it. I also need to get the Trabant Kugelwagen to through MOT, but luckily they are not in the spring this time. They are both in the fall, so, or end of summer, so that's okay. And I have a lot of the parts for the Trabant as well. So yeah, that's what's going to happen. So that was a small update from me. I think it was a long time coming, but yeah, great with backlights. That's how you don't make videos. But I hope you enjoyed a little look on the things I have. Just some of the things I have. But well, see you in hopefully a driving video soon. See you.